Hello again, hockey fans. This is my compact setup that I've been using to play Hockey Blast since finally getting into the game, recently. And it's, what am I looking at here? Oh, that's one of the penalty chips. It was distracting me. Little things like that too. So these are actually cards that you can get here locally. They're used to store little photographs, like the photo booth photographs that the kids like to do sometimes. I find them quite useful for this type of setup. I have staples here so I can separate the players more easily. And this is game 4 of a series that I've been playing between the 2015 Stanley Cup champion Chicago Blackhawks and 2016 Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins. Chicago is up 3-0 in the series, but this is a scoreless game after 60, and this is why I decided to record this video, because this is sudden death overtime. And as you can see, there were a lot of lulls in this game, a very quiet game. Finally, playoff hockey decided to arrive in the 4th game of this series. Some of the highlights, I guess, right off the bat, actually, it looked like Chicago would smoke Pittsburgh out early. They had a play, and then Patrick Kane had a rebound shot, always a dangerous proposition in this. Chris Verteeg snapped a chin strap in the 5th minute. That's the second equipment problem I've had in as many games for a player. Crosby early in period 2, it looked like Crosby would score. A couple penalties there. And Versteeg, this was a mutual coincidental penalty. Actually, I just didn't want to roll my way into a bunch of penalty mess. So I took Versteeg and Bonino off and simplified things. And late in the 3rd period, you can see there was a flurry of activity, no pun intended. Fleury here making a big save. I actually tried to write there, Fleury robs Kane. It wasn't a spec save, but it really felt in the moment like even off a play save, that's what it was. And this year I might have done incorrectly, so no lull in the final 3 minutes. And so I thought, okay, am I just supposed to award the face-off to the high player, which in this case would have been whoever was taking the face-off for Chicago, and it ended up being a turnover to Pittsburgh anyway. And then Pittsburgh had the hit momentum in the final minute, but Duncan Keith made a defensive play to keep this game scoreless after 60. So keep in mind, I'm relatively new to this game, believe it or not. So hopefully hopefully I won't make too many mistakes or any mistakes. And this is sudden death overtime. Sorry as well that it's a little dark when I have the light on overhead as I would normally play it. There's just too much glare coming off the plastic here, these plastic sheets. But this is how I've been playing Hockey Blast. And so we'll start with normal minutes here in sudden death overtime. Home wins the face-off and they get an immediate play. So this could be over before it even begins. So for that play, for the 11, it's 1-3-5. I do like the pawns that came with the Hockey Blast game. I think I have them close by. Here they still are, so it's not like it's not like I was sent different pawns. I do have these. These are a little taller and a little easier to grab, and I like with the play, I just go red, white, and blue in that order. Even as a Canadian, that's an easy order to remember. So again, that 11, I'm going to go 1-3-5. So red, 1 Kane, no momentum. So it's just 2 assists there for Kane, another assist there for Taves. And the 5 will be Seabrook, and he doesn't have scissors or anything. So this is going to be a 3-star shot here for the Blackhawks. And the 1 and the 3, but Fleury will make the play save. We need 1 square in defense between Dumoulin and Letang. They definitely have that, so there's going to be no rebound here. It's just Pittsburgh getting it 1 minute in, and I'm not going to write anything down. I can go back and fill in the score sheet after this. So change the lines, and actually I'm trying to stand and do this. Anyway, this is how I do it. This is how I change lines. I like this compact setup. As I started to say when I recorded this video about 20 minutes ago, there's like a 1-minute video, but my wife came home. I like this compact setup because I can just tuck this box in my backpack and take it with me anywhere. So maybe I'll try sitting. No, I feel like I'm too far away from the camera when I do that. So sorry that I'm standing kind of awkwardly, and even more blood is rushing to my hands and arms than normally would. Pittsburgh with possession here in the 2nd minute. And with the 2, it looks like they're going to try to get a fight going. So Malcolm will try to challenge somebody. There is actually one on Chicago there, Sharp. So I'm going to re-roll the double 6s. So I'm going to assume actually that there's no activity here. But Malkin did insinuate this. So maybe what I will do is, I think some other players do, is I'm going to give momentum to Pittsburgh for that, for Malkin trying to get something going. And I'll just assume a face-off and change lines. So after that, we'll just award Pittsburgh momentum. I feel like even if that's not enough part of the official rules, that probably enough people would house rule it like that or do something similar enough. So third line and third defense pairing. I swear I can make these changes a little more quickly when I'm not standing awkwardly over the board and camera and stand like this. Anyway, so face-off, we get 8 on the draw, means that home will win the face-off. They don't have an immediate play this time. And with the 11, it's a play if the defense team has 2 square symbols. They do not this time. So otherwise, yeah, play again on the play chart. Now there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm only about 80 to 90% confident about. I was pretty confident that was the case. So play for Chicago with the 7, it's a secondary, and with the 5, so we're looking at a 5-2-4. So again, red, white, blue is how I've been playing it mostly. So no assist here, and basically a 0-star shot. But chance of a rebound there. With the 5, there will be a rebound as well. 0-2 gets the rebound. And what I would normally do for the rebound is just put the puck pawn that I use. So I'll put that on Bikel. They don't have momentum. Pittsburgh hasn't done anything to lose momentum. But Bikel here, this will be a 1-star shot. I will not count his momentum shot. And the 5 and the 1, so goalie stacks the pads. So 2 will get the rebound again. That makes me wonder if I did it right the first time. I think it was a 5 the first time. No, it's 6, so it's going to be a 1 getting the rebound now. So Versteeg, this will be a 2-star rebound shot for Versteeg. And with the 11, actually, we will get a breakaway going the other way. So yeah, Fleury knocks it down. He's going to send it to Cullen. And so this time 10, it'll be 4-1-2. So Mata to Dupuis with the scissors, and then to 2, shot, Sherry. And Pittsburgh does have momentum, but it's still going to be a 0-star shot. Oh, and the 1 and the 5, too bad that is a 0-star shot, actually, because Crawford would not have his momentum star to cover the play save. So I want to go slowly here to make sure that I do this correctly. I think the result here, because again, it would be a 0-star shot, double checking, because the scissors on the assist would, even with the 1, that would cut that in half and round it down to 0. So I'm just looking at 2 with the rebound shot here. I still have looks like Versteeg still had the puck there, but hopefully you could tell better. So 1 gets the rebound shot on a roll of a 6, so that would be Dupuis in this case. Pascal Dupuis with a 1-star shot here in the rebound. That's going to be smothered, actually. So we get a save. And again, Pittsburgh has done nothing to lose momentum. So one thing that I do have to be aware of, though, there have been no lulls. So 3 minutes has gone by. That, in the very least, I will mark. And again, this score sheet is full. So I have to make note. I guess I could have reported as well shots on goal. I don't know. I'm just using the format where I take the lull minutes and I cut it in half and I award odd numbers to the home, but then I alternate periods to be visitor if it were an odd number of lull minutes in the middle frame. But that works out to 29 shots for Chicago and 25 for Pittsburgh over the 60 minutes regulation. So I think 3 minutes have gone here in the overtime. And another thing is, too, I think I played this game relatively quickly. I want to say in about 25 to 30 minutes. But as you can see there was a lot of lull here in Game 4 of this best of 7 series that could end actually in 4. So I'm just going to mark off 3 minutes here. I'll use the scoring on the side there since it's a scoreless game. And change lines again, face-off change lines. So again, sorry that, again, it's the way, yes, I do have big veins in my arms, but it's really the way that I'm standing, sort of leaning awkwardly here. The more blood is flowing to the to those appendages, I guess. Anyway, so top defense units will come back on along with the 4th forward line there for each team. And we get a face-off with the 2 in the face-off. Is high face-up player wins the face-off. That is Kruger in this case. So Chicago here, the 5, we have a penalty event and 8. So that's offense 1. Again, one of those things I'm 90-ish% confident. I'm basically 100% confident about that. Offense 1. And since they won the face-off, we're looking to Carcillo with his penalty of 1-5. I'm actually surprised it's only that low. Definitely higher than Dumoulin. So let's roll for Carcillo, see if there's any other festivities here with the 8. Penalty is here, no penalty, otherwise minor penalty. So we're going to give, and I believe that would scratch the 4th minute, and so I would mark 5 and 6 as minor minutes here. With Carcillo in the box, this is an excellent opportunity for Pittsburgh. For the penalty killers, that's also a shame as well. I don't think I can. One might want to argue that I would want to do the double shift here. Actually, I'll do the double shift in Pittsburgh. We'll get, so 1 double shift per frame. We'll maybe assume a timeout or something. and if we need to. And then for Pittsburgh as well, they're going to have their tops. So everyone is fresh. And maybe this is why it's a scoreless game, all this neutralizing play. But I will assume Malkin, not in Letang's place, but rather in Dumoulin's. I'll try to remember that Malkin is number 5 and possibly fail. Again, they've done nothing to lose momentum. And in fact, now that they have the power play, they would have momentum. So face off here. We'll flip the chart over, the game action book over to the, which I have here just off to the side. And so we'll get over to the 0 minutes, to the power minutes. That's what I meant to say, the power minutes. And 11, that was the face-off roll. So man advantage team will win the face-off here. That's Crosby. And I should indicate as well, Carcillo's in the box. Logically, he's not the player on the ice. So in our first minute here, Crosby with a 9, play triangles, most triangles among players in the ice. Man advantage or shorthanded. And we're not looking actually for circles or squares here. Nothing defensively, symbol-wise. So no-brainer, actually. That's going to be a play, power play for Pittsburgh. And with the 2, 3, 5. So red 2, Kunitz, and since they have momentum, that is 1 star. That's up to 3 stars with Crosby, and 5 is Malkin, so that will be a 6-star shot here. Pittsburgh and the power play. Now, one could argue, it is enough into overtime. I know if this were the tail end of the third period, I would exclude the minor. I think I did actually exclude a minor penalty to somebody late in period 3 in this game. But 6-star shot, 1 and 3 stars, so that will actually be a big save for Crawford there, big play save. And 4, that's going to ping off the post, scramble in front. Power play team, 0-3 gets the rebound shot of penalty killing team. It's not the penalty killing team taking the shot. That's how I will interpret that. So it's not the goalie controlling. It's 0-3 Crosby getting a 4-star rebound shot here, if I've read everything correctly. So still pretty dangerous. With the rebound shot and the 4 and the 5, that's going to be it. Crosby wins it in overtime. That would still be in the first. So we're looking at minute 5. So Crosby has scored here in overtime to keep Pittsburgh alive, and Chicago is still up 3-1 in the series. Since it was a rebound shot, I'll roll for assist and look at the chart. 5, I think, is just the highest. That might just be the 1 assist, but I'll double check. Yeah, just the highest. So Crosby, most assists on the ice, possibly Letang, probably Letang. They did have momentum, so even Letang would have more than Malkin. So Crosby from Letang, and so it's a power play goal. And for exact time, what I like to do, so I'll just roll the 1 die first and -1, and this will be my tens roll. So that's a 5, so I'm going to say 40-something seconds. And then I take the 2 dice and I subtract 1 from each roll. So 6 minus 1 is 5, and 2 minus 1 being 1. So 46 is the total time that I have. So at 5:46 of overtime, it is Sidney Crosby scoring and giving Pittsburgh their first win of this series. Chicago is still up 3-1. They game 3 was a 6-1 blowout. Game 2 was 4-1 final score. There was an empty net goal there, and I think there was an empty net goal. And game 1 was actually 5-3 for Chicago. So this one is 1-0 Pittsburgh in overtime. And anytime, any consideration that you give to anything like this is not me necessarily coming back and doing this regularly, but I felt like doing some different things lately, and just really have been getting into this game lately. So. All right. Anyway, good game, I guess, hopefully. All right. Bye for now.